by Mars. What up, Twitter? Twitter. Please, please, honey. Please find that like button. I think it is the heart. What's good with it? What's good with it? I was trying another little thing. I don't know if these are okay. Should have the power. Why is it pulsating? Oh, okay, I'm sharing that. I'm really trying, honey, with these little alternate services, but baby, like, where am I? Am I on the screen? Like, Jesus, I'm really trying. There wasn't so many people, coming through on Twitter. I've been gonna cut this off and go to my reliable child source. Mm-mm. While we're here waiting, child. I've been waiting for this verdict all day. I said, okay, where is it? So I said that they would have it by 3. And it's 3. I mean, it came in earlier than that. So I don't know what time it really came in. Let me see. So I don't want to hold you. Let me see. I mean, I don't want to lie to you. I can get everything right but them 6 numbers. $50 ago, baby. I said it would be there at 3. Stop playing with your girl. If I tell you to duck and pull a truck, shut up and hook that mother sucker up. I said it would be in by 3. If not by 12, by 3. Check the tape. I ain't lying. And I don't know nobody that would know somebody in Arizona to my, hey, jury, get this thing in by 3. No, I don't work like that. People accuse you of all kind of stuff. Yes. You don't have to believe. Look at the times. It said that the 50 minutes ago, 44, 57 minutes. Told you. Hey. Y'all know I like to be right. Sorry. Y'all know I like to be right. While we wait, baby. Ooh. I don't play my songs. I don't know why we even going through this. She look acting like she been acting fool already.
Even if you make plans, you never think you're really ready for marriage.
No, it's like any growth. You're not.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.
Because it's growth. It's
going
gonna be new.
You get a little party off
You're gonna have a new life. You're gonna be a new person.
Could make you wait forever for forever. This is forever. If there's a question of my heart,
Come on, y'all.
you got it. It don't belong to anyone but you There's a question of my love.
Hey,
You got
hey.
it. Baby, don't worry, I got plans for
What up, Mo?
you. Yeah, baby, I've been making plans.
What up, Dan?
Baby, I've been making
Yeah,
plans.
I said it was gonna be in about 3 times.
Yeah,
They got it in about 3. Big time. Yeah.
Baby, I've been making plans. Oh, my success about it. I made it. Look, I'll admit it, albeit pathetic, that I'm in my late 20s, still never been to a wedding. Cause the idea of that lobby empty, do not sit with me well. It's not your fault they try to get me, cause I'ma need the sales, cause I'm selfish. And I need you to myself. I'm trying to see you afloat, but don't want to see you sail, cause I failed. I see you about to cry, cause when I enter their city, they leave without their pride. I'm sorry. Are you staring at my comments? Fearing it's gonna always be you sharing me with all them. Wrong. How dare I say ignore them? Preparing for that day, I leave you here, it's what you for them. It's hard, you know, temptation and all. Bitches out here trying to see if my relationship's strong. Get a place in the chart, so run away from your heart. This is my all, nothing sacred no more. Wrong. I promise.
All right, back on the record. State of Arizona versus Lori Daybell, CR 2021-001-704. The parties are present. I'm going to have my staff go ahead and line up the jury to wait in the hallway for a minute.
Hey, Serena. Oh, it is buffering, honey. They're trying to get a feel of what the jury verdict is. They all looking at them.
All right, the jury is present. Please be seated. Do we have a foreperson? Who's the foreperson?
Yes,
Has the jury reached a verdict?
yes, we have.
I'm going to ask you to hand that to my courtroom.
So it's not hung.
I'll ask the clerk to read and record the verdict.
Oh, no, come on.
In the Superior Court of the State of Arizona.
Are you serious? Come on. Come on. Are you kidding me?
In the Superior Court of the State of Arizona and for the County of Maricopa. State of Arizona versus Lori Daybell. CR 2021-001704-001. Verdict, count 1. We, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn in the above entitled action, upon our oaths, do find the defendant, Lori Daybell, as to the crime of count 1, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder occurring on or about July 11, 2019, guilty. Signed, foreperson. Is this your true verdict? So say you won and all.
Yes.
On the court's own motion, I'll go ahead and ask the clerk to poll the jury.
Juror number 1, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 2, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 6, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 7, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 8, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 9, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 10, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 11, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 12, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 13, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 15, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 16, is this your true verdict?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to ask the jury to retire to the jury room for just about 2 minutes. I need to discuss something with the parties before we determine whether you're done or not. So the admonition still applies. Please go to the jury room for a few minutes.
All right, the jury.
Girl. And God. Guilty as charged, honey. Yeah, on 2 women on the panel.
All right, please be seated.
Oh, you stop talking, please.
The jury is no longer present. I'll ask the defendant, you indicated earlier perhaps a willingness to stipulate to aggravating factors. Is that something you want to do, or do we want to go through this aggravation phase?
I'm willing to stipulate to it, Your Honor. All that it is the dangerous phase. Is that correct? There's only one statute there's only one sentence.
Well, the jury would need to find, first of all, whether or not this is a dangerous offense first. Secondly, whether the offense caused physical, emotional, or financial harm to the victim, or if the victim died as a result of the conduct of the defendant caused emotional or financial harm to the victim's immediate family. And then thirdly, the offense involved the presence of an accomplice. If you're willing to stipulate to all 3 of those, we can do that. If not, we'll bring the jury back in.
I will stipulate to it, Your Honor.
All right. You understand that if you stipulate to this instead of a jury finding, well, let me back up. You understand the jury would have to find these aggravating factors beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes.
All right. And do you understand that if you stipulate to these factors instead of a jury doing it, I could also find additional aggravating factors at sentencing?
Sure.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you in any way to get you to stipulate to these factors?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything to get you to stipulate to these factors?
No.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication in the last 24 hours?
No.
Do you agree that pursuant to the jury's verdict of guilt, that this would be a dangerous offense because a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument was used?
I'm stipulating to it.
You agree that that this is a dangerous offense?
Correct.
And you're further stipulating that as a result of your conduct, at least the victim or the victim's family suffered emotional or financial harm.
Absolutely.
And you're also further agreeing that the offense involved the presence of an accomplice.
Yes.
Is the state satisfied with the colloquy?
Yes, Your Honor, it appears it's knowing voluntary made.
All right, the court does find that the stipulation to those three factors was knowingly, intelligently, voluntarily made. I will accept the defendant's stipulation. At this time, I'm going to bring in the jury and release them from the admonition. Before we do that, well, as my staff's lining up the jury, do you want to have a sentencing date within approximately 30 days, or do you want to wait until after the next trial to be sentenced on this matter?
What does
Wait,
the court prefer?
It doesn't matter to me. Maybe you want to talk to your attorneys or advisory council about
wait.
that. We don't have to do it right now. You can do it in a few minutes.
That's crazy. I said it was gonna get it in. I said, if it don't get it by 12, at least by 3. If somebody hit that link, y'all text me because I'm not around there and I can't see. I'm trying to stay on this side, so maybe it'll stop buffering.
Please be seated. The jury is present again. Members of the jury, in the admonition, this concludes your jury service. I want to thank you for your jury service in this matter and your attention in this matter. The admonition is lifted, meaning you can talk to anyone about any aspect of this case that you want to at this point, but you also have the right to not talk to anyone about any aspect about this case. I just need to take care of a few more matters, but if you want to wait for me in the jury room, I'd like to thank you personally, and then you can be on your way. If you don't want to wait for me, that's fine as well, but you are released to go at this time. All right, thank you.
All rise for the jury.
All right, please be seated. Do you want to talk to your advisory councils briefly to discuss whether or not you want to proceed to sentencing or wait until after the next trial?
If we could just wait till after the next trial, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll hold off on ordering a pre-sentence report until we resolve the next remaining case. I've already set the dates, and we have a status conference in mid-May on that. So unless there's anything else from the state's perspective,
No, Your Honor.
from anything else from your perspective?
Nope.
All right, we'll be at recess on this matter.
Let me come around here. What up, Queen E? Yes, honey. Here I get it. They got Bob Menendez's wife, Nadine. Who is Bob Menendez? Yeah, you know, and here's the thing, right? Now, when it comes to this kind of mental health, I mean, I don't know how. I like to address it situational, right? Because some people I be like, and then as the old folks used to say, yeah, they playing crazy and whatever. With her, when they get detached from reality, I be kind of feeling kind of sorry for them. She gets what she deserves. Don't get me wrong, right? I don't. I have to look at every. I just have to look at everything case by case, right? Like, this is what Mo and I disagree, but that's fine. I don't put um, the fact that they experience poverty and all this extra shit, whatever. I don't make that a determinant factor, right? You understand what I'm saying? Because a bunch of people have experienced poverty. A bunch of people have experienced the shit she's calling people Ned and shit when they name Chad and all this extra stuff. The blue pill and the red pill, all this crazy talk, right? Because in the end, right, it's about choices. Now, I do understand that sometimes your mental illness is so severe that it definitely plays a part in the decisions you make, you know, which contributes to your behavior. I get that. I understand all of that. It's the ones I be having an issue with is the poverty people with the poverty excuse. I don't want to hear all of that. Like, and with them, it's not like a mental because it's actually kind of apples and oranges or whatever, whatever. I'm just really going. I should have really said like the excuses or the justification for how you should look at one and versus looking at the other. Um, because in one sense, you know, poverty will make you do some strange things or some change. Okay, it tells your mental say, "Hey, go rob this bank." Okay, and I get all of that. I get all of that. I just don't want it to be a forever answer, and especially when you have choices, especially when you're not experiencing that now. At some point, it just becomes a choice. I'm not on no Kanye stuff and no slavery was a choice, but I'm not talking about no stuff like that. I'm just talking about at some point it just becomes a choice, right? But there was something that I was going to share. And I was going to add more in this video, right? Because sometimes I guess I can come off. I try to stay in the middle, but when there are clear choices where some you can actually say, "Okay, that was wrong. This was right." Whatever, and I try to make those distinctions. If not, I just shut up, right? I was watching a video today, and it was two of those body cam um, type videos, right? It was about the body cam. First video was this white cop pulling over this girl. She wasn't black, but she was definitely something in white, probably, right? And on the call, not on the call, but while he was following her, he was listening to, I don't know if it was that that conservative. I don't think it's conservative radio. I don't know what the MAGA people call their radio. I don't know exactly what they call it, but you can tell just by the music he wanted MAGA people, right? So he pulls her over, and she was dead wrong as far as what she was refusing to do. Like, she didn't want to do the field sobriety. She said she hadn't drunk nothing, but she didn't want to do the field sobriety. She didn't want to do the breathalyzer. She didn't want to do none of that. What she wanted to do was call her friend, who is a judge or a lawyer or something. She kept going between the two. He didn't want her to use her phone. He didn't want her. He wanted her to hang up. It was just real. It was just real crazy, right? And then once she was in cuffs, she said, "Okay, I'll take the test." Or whatever. He was like, "No." It was just, real, really. He was just. It was overkill to me. And y'all know I'm usually okay, but at this time, in this particular the video I saw, he was doing too much. I'm talking about the cop. Wait a minute, you saw the video of a fire. Oh no. Sabrina, for real? Oh, former senator for Jersey, Queenie. And but do you have to, do you think it's you said it's about 30, oh, you said 35 minutes from girl, listen. Y'all have to understand, I be thinking Jacksonville a lot of times. You have to excuse me, right? 35 minutes for you in your town. I don't know where you're from. Everything here is spread it out. 35 minutes is the other side of town. Well, no, not really. If you where I am, it really isn't. It once I drive about 10 to 15 minutes to the edge of where I am, then start to get closer to town and stuff like that. I'll probably get to the other side maybe in 45 minutes, a little more. But you said 35 minutes, and I was thinking about how fire spreads and stuff. I'm like, ooh, child. I saw that video of Oprah and them in the in that little capsule. But anyway, so let me get to what I'm saying. So then they closed down your Route 19 down. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Sometimes when they do that, sometimes I question it, because I don't know if you're trapping us in or not. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, so he was just really nasty to me. And Like, and no, you can't call nobody. I want you to get off the phone or whatever. I had a flashback. Because depending on who you ask, some people say you don't have to get off the phone. Some people say you do. Okay? I'm not sure. And it could be state specific, okay? I'm not sure. But I think you should be free to stream and whatever. But it was just rubbing. I was like, oh, he a MAGA person. Oh. So then I had a flashback because remember I told you about that apartment. And on that phone call with that lady about my deposit, I did not say that I am going to come over there and beat your ass. I said, I know how to word my stuff. I said, what if I come over there and beat your ass? That's what I said about my deposit. Because I don't understand why it got to be mailed to me in 30 days. I want to be done with y'all and I want my money. It went up like $250, but still, it's the principle. And I really wanted to stay there. And it was like, I just don't understand what was going on. And I think it was the fact that, and I'm never really a person that get, some kind of racist treatment all the time. You understand what I'm saying? My racist stuff be when I hear somebody say something else about somebody, then I jump in it. You understand what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to that. That's what I always say. What I say around here that my ball's bigger than anybody's around here. Now in my real world, I don't have to do all that. If I'm jumping, you best believe the men have already jumped before me. That's not what they already done got off the porch. Okay, they already with it. Okay, so that's not the situation. That's what I'm saying, baby. It's like living in two worlds. But when I went and got that deposit, now it's crazy how she was able to have that deposit right there. And before she's trying to make me wait, that's what I'm saying. She was just trying to be nasty and whatever. And I really, the apartment was right next door to the job. Now, because it's a drive in and you're looking at all the scenery and all of that, I still would have to drive to work, but it was actually right next door. But I wasn't walking. No, because there was no cut through or none of that. I would have had to come all the way up and then take a left, then I would have been in the parking lot. But it was right next door. Okay? But it was all that scenery and the ponds and the trees and the this and the that and it was beautiful, right? And check this out right here. It had a diamond living room. The living room was made into a diamond. What are you talking about? What you talking about if I ain't want to stay there, huh? Is you crazy? It didn't have 4 walls. It had 3. Are you crazy? Yes, I wanted to stay there. And the rooms it was like 3 bedrooms, and the rooms was like it spaced out, and the diamond kind of moved into the kitchen. Oh my gosh. What? Ground floor. Stop playing with your girl. Are you okay? You south of it? Okay. Burnett, New Jersey. Oh, okay. So, and I told you when I came out the office, I saw the cop pulled over on the side. I just thought he was just sitting there. I knew I wasn't speeding. I ain't stupid. I saw the cop. And when I came around after the little scenery, got on the main road, he pulled me over. And it was trying to tell me trying to convince me that I'm that girl that lived in Tampa with the same name. How funny, that's the same girl that stole my identity and another girl, and we all had to go to court for it. And when I saw the name on the screen, I instantly knew who it was. I said, no, she's such and such, such and such, such. I already had it out with her in the courthouse about what she had done. And I was walking around with the paperwork saying, what's what and all. That's, and just in case, because this girl, she was outside about that life. But yeah, it was crazy. Age was wrong, everything. And he was still trying to make her me. I'm having a flashback. Oh, I'm having a flashback. I don't like stuff like that. I don't like stuff like that. I 100% support the cops, and I understand they have a dangerous job, and they do a lot. I get that. But let me tell you something. What I don't support. I don't support cops that don't play by the rules. Just because, and he was off duty. And I told you, my sister-in-law had looked it up, because she down there. She is the one at that point, at that where she was. I told you that whole family worked for them people. She's the one that issue out guns and stuff like that in the morning. She works in that area. She was like, baby, he is off duty. I was like, hey, you off duty. He was trying to get me off that phone. I had my mama on one end, my mother-in-law, and my mother-in-law had her daughter on the other end. Stop playing. I don't like mess like that. I don't. And I get it. They can justify pulling you over. But I think that's dangerous in itself, or really unfair. Because just because I asked the woman, what if I come over there and beat your ass? Or do you want your ass beat, or something like that? I know how to phrase it. So it's not a threat. It wasn't a threat anyway. I asked. It was a question. And hey, I don't issued a whole bunch of threats in my life, okay? I know the cost of them, trust me. I issued a whole bunch of threats, whatever reason. But I don't like that. And then in the second one, it was a black guy, right? Who, I don't know if he ran her tag. It was a black woman. I think he was black. I'm pretty sure he was black. But he pulled over the black woman, found, because of her light or whatever, found out that she had a failure to appear. Fine. That's fair. Then he goes to, she had children in the car, right? They were like, one was 19. I forgot the age of the other guy, the other little boy. He goes to press them lightly, but for ID. Okay? Now, there is no lawyer, judge, even police knows everything about the law. The law is a vast subject. It changes daily. And it's subject to jurisdiction. So, like, nobody knows. And on top of that, when they had their little morning meetings or what have you, they be giving different directives and stuff like that. Nobody can keep up with all of that. They be having, like, things that they supposed to be doing for that day, or some little projects, stuff, different things like that, right? So you never know what they're on, why they pulling over people. You never know. So I don't know if a person that I don't think it's illegal. I know it's not illegal. It's not illegal to not have like no idea. Well, maybe it's. I'm not sure. Don't get it. Don't get me in the line. But I know this, right? How he kept asking them, kind of like too much for me. I'm like, it seems as if you a profile, and I I have to judge profiling case on a case by case basis, right? Because but if you're looking for someone, if someone seems suspicious or something like that, then yeah. But you talking about some little kids in a car with their mom, and you want their names, their birth dates, and all of this. Like, wait a minute, like what's going on? Now maybe that's protocol from where they are. I don't know, but I was like, man, I don't like all this. So it was just too much for me. It was too much. Oh, crazy Lori, guilty. Ain't that crazy? It's not a shocker. And I hope she go ahead and plead out to the other case. I got to get the paperwork on that. I have the Shannon Sharp, um, what you call it, his claim, his civil claim from this girl. I was reading a little bit um, about the situation in the New York Post. They said, honey, he done been sued about 22 or 23 times for stuff like this. And he done settled most of them. Now, this is per the New York Post. I don't know how true it is, but yes, honey, yes. I like Shannon. Mm-hmm. He did a video, and listen, oh, some of these great stories that I post are do come through from our other information specialists, honey. So Mo had alerted me to this, and I went and found, the other, the enough information, to make a pack out of it. He he did a response to it. Tony Busby put out a letter. It's this crazy, honey. This is crazy. This is crazy. They coming for everybody. They coming for everybody. I'm serious. He like, let me get that New York Post article. Let me see how many times they say. I'm be exact. Oh, I know what it was. There's a question on my heart. You got it. I love that riding music. I told you ain't nothing to do here, right? So you know how you be with your little mates. We done burnt up some gas in Jacksonville, and we done rolled so much. We've been riding so long, child. And I guess maybe it's just a Jacksonville thing. I don't know. And Florida, Georgia, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. Child, riding and listening to music. And I can remember Policeman, that was one of his songs he used to like put on. It says, according to the New York Post, Sharp has been sued dozens of times, settling 23 and 24 complaints. So I don't know exactly if it was like that's kind of this behavior, but he's been sued like 24, 23, 24 times, child. That's crazy. For you, the question of my heart, you got it. Let me see exactly. I'm trying to see. What is wrong with my? Trying to see. Does it say? And let me tell you something. With Shannon, his narcissism and how his whole thing about relationships and women, of how that thing is set up, and all this, this kind of sex he's into, it's bound to land him in trouble. It's bound to land anybody in trouble. I guess everybody like whatever little stuff they like, right? But if it's aggressive and things of that nature, if you one of those aggressive type person, because in the complaint, right, the girl that he's talking about, this girl like in her 20s, I believe, she said like when they was at the gym, this is what she said. She said that they either he propositioned her or some kind of competition or something like that. And he said, if I win, I'll buy you some breasts, child, bigger breasts. Ain't that crazy? I think this was like upon the first time she met him. I'm like, where y'all be going to find all these people that be saying all this type of stuff? A lot of times it's in the clothing that people wear and their behavior. I get that. But Jesus, baby, that would be end of conversation. What? Because automatically you got the wrong impression of me for you to say something like that. I said, this one guy, I'll never forget it. By that time, I had to learn just get a man your real phone number and just try to get rid of him, right? Later on, hope he don't call. So this dude had on a sparkly suit. I'll never forget it. And I told you, I stare at people, right? One, I don't know why I could be just trying to get a good idea of you. I be just trying to figure it all out. See if I'm gonna mess with you or not. I'm not talking about just in an attraction. I'm talking about whether it be friends. But I stare at everybody. My friends and family, they be tearing me up. Stop staring at people. My daughter tell you, fix your face. Stop staring at people. I'm gonna stare at you. I'm gonna get it wrong. I'm gonna figure you out. I'm gonna figure you out. By the time we go to talking, that's just this secondary, because the preliminary, I don't stare at you like a damn fool. And if you're from the South or maybe anywhere else, that's impolite. You're not supposed to stare at people and point. I'm looking right at you. So it's due with that moon suit. He had it's sparkly. I was like, oh no. I was really looking at that suit. He was a built guy. Fine as all outdoors. He eventually became a cop. He wasn't a cop then. Child. That man came over to me. He was like, I see you looking at me. You know you want me. That's what he said. Baby, I was clutching my pearls. Now, here's the key. He used to be like one of the owners of one of them little clubs. It wasn't no major club or whatever, but I tell you, we don't have nothing here, really. So, but it was a club a lot of people was going to. He was one of the owners there. So we would always get in free, and the bartenders know just to, automatically know to give us drinks and stuff like that. Now, back then, I was drinking Tangerine tonic, so all I just needed is one, and the rest of the way it's like some kind of Sprite or something like that, right? But but so it was a lot of that going on, and I was used to stare at that suit because I just couldn't understand why it had so many sparkles in it. And that man told me, you want me. And all that, I was like, oh no. I want to say, no, the hell I don't. But he one of the owners of the club. I'm like, oh Lord, right. And so I give him my number. I'm not running where y'all are, so I'm trying to look for what they saying in this thing. Give him my number, and he calls me. So right off the bat, I'm agitated. So I don't know if it's the first or second call, but we get into it. Then he says, you turning me off. I swear for God, I ain't making this up. I don't make up no stories. I don't have to make up none, baby, because, child. He said, you turning me off. So this let me get to what I really want. You bump uglies with him. I'm like, no. Got me bent. So ridiculous behind off my line. But we kept going to the club and stuff. And he ain't say nothing else to me. And I'm like, thank God. I ain't tell him about that suit. But that was the problem. That man told me, I know you want me. I'm like, oh. And mind you, I am shy. I know y'all don't believe that, but I am so shy. Honey, I was like, my mouth was open. I'm like, huh? But I couldn't mess it up. Child. They was letting us in. We was just walking in and stuff like that. I wasn't gonna mess it up for the crew. Trying to see. Okay. It says, so it doesn't specify what all types of lawsuits he settled. What is this? Tony Bugsby. Y'all notice what he's doing? More and more of his lawsuits are he's partnering with other law firms. I don't deal with Tony Bugby's suits. I have to wait till I see. Hey, Purple. I have to wait till I see something else because trust him. I really don't. But yeah, I have that paperwork though. That's a question. Yeah. But that was one of them songs we used to ride around listening to, child. But y'all, could y'all believe that man, what that man said? Oh my gosh. They gonna put his name in it. Listen, don't do that. Oh, I was sick. Mm-mm. I want to say right now, I'm going on the record. Baby, I ain't on y'all level. Y'all got it. Y'all level is up. I'm toe up. I'm messed up. Whatever. I'm not worthy enough for y'all, baby. And then no man in this sector. I'm not worthy. Please, please put that on the wall. Y'all, I'm put that on the wall so it can spread to the masses. Please. I ain't worthy for ooh, let me put that on there now, baby. Oh, I got sick. I'm like, I'm like, what? Hold on. No, I'll probably just do a clip of it so I can drop it, honey. Make sure, because all that typing sometimes the meaning get lost in translation. So, child, I got to go eat me some goddamn crab cakes or something. Mm. It's the last for me. I ain't worthy. I finish out this song and get off here.
Your friends saying let them go. And we ain't getting any younger. I can give them now, but I can promise you forever. You got it. It don't belong to anyone but you. And if that's a question of my love, you got it. Baby, don't worry, I got plans for you. Yeah, baby, I've been making plans. Oh, love. Baby, I've been making plans for you. Baby, I've been making plans. Really, should I have a room? Baby, I've been making plans for you. Should I have a room? Yeah. You have a new love. I'll admit it. Let me be hypothetical. The day I find a woman, I'll probably be scared to share it. The idea of me finding love will run somebody off. But through my wall could use some plaques, but still I got a flaws. Brush you off. Yeah, I'm kinda lost. Now I'm up in the club with a couple of move-ons. From dark, good nigga trouble. Heart went from falling in love to drunk and falling apart. This is hard. Trying to find some time to move on. Cause when we lost our baby, I got shady, shit got too dark. Sorry. And I thank you, baby, you strong. My ex before you married to you solo, I say so long. Nah, Good terms, how that ended. But it surely put a dent on how I worry about this business. Off-white picket fences, on flights for the children, on site stealing kisses, on off nights my intentions. But I plan to do it better though. But you still saying let it go. We ain't getting any younger. Women love me now, but in your eyes forever though.
Sing it, Usher.
You got it. It don't belong to anyone but you. And if there's a question of my love, you got it. Baby, don't worry, I got plans for you. Yeah, baby, I've been making plans. Oh, baby.
That's the video.
I've been making plans. Oh, baby. Baby, I've been making plans for you. Not much plans.
Yes, and all right, y'all. Yeah, I gotta go and do my little 2 or 3 minute drop, honey. Cause baby, that's all right, y'all, honey. I don't know. May or may not. I may come back. I don't know. That thing said, I got rejected by the MAGA people. Please reject me. MAGA men, please. Reject my ass on back to Africa. Ugh, so I'm sick. I can't do that. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all do something good for yourself and someone else. Make today a good day and tomorrow even better day. Like I said, that verdict was in by 3. And I'm out of here.